Hey guys, it's Martyn Sibley here for the latest episode of the Iansyst podcast. Really excited today to be joined by an expert in the inclusion field and also a very lifelong good friend of mine, Toby Mildon. So thank you for joining us today, Toby.
That's all right. Hey, Martyn. Hi.
So we start off really looking at the challenges, obviously looking at inclusion being sort of hardwired into the full policy rather than just for disabled people. What would you say the challenges are for businesses that are trying to do that at the moment?
Well, firstly, you're right. It's about hardwiring workplace adjustments into your business, not to have it as a separate standalone process that your occupational health department's responsible for, or in fact something that's only available to disabled employees. Mm-hmm. It's about making workplace adjustments available to everybody in your business so that they are as productive as they can be. Mm-hmm. So the three key challenges that I see time and time again in business, one is around just lack of information and signposting. So not making information available to employees about what workplace adjustments are available to them, should they want them. Also, lack of information for line managers, which prevents them from supporting anybody on their team who has a disability or health condition. The second challenge is down to kind of poor budgeting and procurement and decision-making processes. So what I see very often are kind of pockets of budgets, and then you get into this kind of argy-bargy about who's going to pay for what. And actually, one of the issues is that you run the risk of somebody not getting the workplace adjustment they need because their manager or the budget holder doesn't understand why they need that particular adjustment, or they start to question the expense of that adjustment. And for an organisation that gets into that position, they could end up in hot water where a member of, an employee doesn't get the adjustment that they need. Mm-hmm. The third and final area is really, that workplace adjustments are seen as like the special thing just for disabled people or people with long-term health conditions because it's something that's included in the Equality Act. But I argue that workplace adjustments should be made available to everybody in an organisation if you want people to be productive. Mm-hmm. So you could be disabled, but you could also be a working parent that needs flexible working hours because you have to drop the kids off to school in the morning.